Find the quotient. 1 6/10 divided by 125 thousandths. The numerator is called the dividend. The denominator is called the divisor. We begin by recording the dividend 1.6. The 1.6 is being divided by the divisor. The divisor goes on the outside. 0.125. Now we look at the divisor. If the divisor, the number on the outside, has a decimal visible, we need to move that decimal to the far right. There is a decimal visible in the divisor, so I need to move the decimal once, twice, 3 times to the right. If I moved the divisor's decimal 3 times to the right, I need to move the dividend's decimal 3 times to the right. In each loop, I need to place a 0. Now I have 1600 on the inside and 125 on the outside. Now I can ask myself the question, how many times does 125 go into 1? 0 times. How many times does 125 go into 16? 0 times. How many times does 125 go into 160? 1 time. I'll grab a different color to help me show the subtraction. 0 minus 5, I'm going to have to borrow from the 6, making that a 5, and then I add 10 to 0, making it 10. 10 minus 5 is 5, and 5 minus 2 is 3, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Before I can ask the question again, I need to bring a number down. How many times does 125 go into 350? Well, let's really quickly write some multiples of 125. So 125 is 125. 2 of them would be 250. 250, let's think, plus 100 would be 350. Plus another 25 would bring us to 375. And that's already too much. That's over 350. So 2 would be what we would use. So 2 125s, 2 times 125 is 250. And I subtract, I get 100. I cannot ask the question until I bring a number down. However, there's not a number to bring down, so I'm going to have to add a decimal and a 0, and then bring that decimal up to the top. And then I can bring the 0 down. And then I ask myself, how many times does 125 go into 1,000? Well, let's continue with our multiples. Think about it. 375 plus 100 would bring me to 475, plus another 25 would bring me to 500. And 500 is half of 1,000. So if 1, 2, 3, 4 will be 500, we'll double that. 8 of them would give me 1,000. So I know that 125 goes into 1,000 8 times. So I place an 8 on the top because 8 times 125 is exactly 1,000. I subtract, get a remainder of 0, and there's no other number to bring down, so I have found my quotient. The quotient is the answer to a division problem. And this is my answer, so I'm going to circle it. 12 8/10.